Hello friends, welcome to my next video. If you haven't seen my first video, it's the initial seed starting process if you want to start your garden indoors. I went through the process with you, and this video is going to be me planting a couple new trays of companion plants. If you don't know what companion plants are, they're plants that you plant with your tomato plants or cucumbers that draw pests away from the plant. So I'm going to plant these guys, a tray of each, and so just going to kind of run through my process for starting seeds to begin with. So this is seed starting mix, and again, from my previous video, I have some almost boiling water I'm going to moisten this with. You have the idea. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of fill up these little guys like this, lightly, gently, not packed down or tight. Okay, and here's the last one. So then what we'll do is I'll just plant one of these for time's sake, but after you fill these all evenly, you're just going to put a little hole in each cell, and I'm going to plant this borage, which is a good companion plant for tomato plants. So I'm just going to stick a seed or two in each cell, and then I'm going to put them on my seedling mat. So these are what the seeds look like. This is a first for me this year. I've never grown this before. So don't be afraid to try new things year over year. It's fun. After I'm done planting these, I'm going to show you a couple things, a little progress on my seeds that I planted the other day, and things that happen when you're gardening that, you know, you have to adjust to. Like, what if something doesn't sprout? I don't know, just saying. So put a couple in each one, and then I'm just going to cover it with a little bit of dirt and put the cover on. I'm going to repeat the same process with this calendula, which is also a good companion plant for tomatoes. I grow more tomatoes than anything else in my garden. So anyway, so I'm going to put my humidity cover on, and then I'm going to put it on my seedling mat. It is heated. You plug it in. You keep it plugged in all the time until they germinate. So let me bring you over here to a couple of things that I planted the other day. So this is what I was talking about success rates or not in the garden. I planted a whole flat of zinnias, and only about, I don't know, 10% have germinated. So it's been plenty of time. I'm going to actually take some of the seeds that I already have, maybe buy a pack of new seeds, and I'm going to stick another seed in each one of these, cover this back up with some saran wrap so it is moist and warm. I'm going to keep them on my seedling tray that's plugged in. But in the meantime, the ones that have germinated, now is the time that they need light. So I picked up these clip-on lights that are very easy to move. And right after they germinate, the light needs to be very, 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 very close to the plants. If the plants don't get enough light, then they get long and leggy. So at this point, now that they've germinated, I'm going to check on them every day to make sure that they don't dry out. And what you can see is this cell looks pretty dry. So I'm going to show you how I water my trays. This is tap water that I have left the cap off of for, I'd say, 3 days, and it lets it off gas and get all the chlorine that's in tap water out, so you don't water your plants with that water. So I'm just going to lift this up. Not sure if you can see it. And I'm just going to dump, I don't know, maybe a cup of water or two. This is all one big tray, and you can see the water goes through the whole tray. I'm going to put a little over here also, just like that. It's not exact. You just don't want them sitting in water. I also want to give you a little update on a couple of other things I planted. So looky here. My broccoli sprouted. And my cauliflower sprouted. And some of my tomatoes sprouted. So I'm gonna check on these guys every single day. I'm gonna put the lid back on this one to get more plants to germinate. But these here, looks like there's just about one in every cell. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to move this a little bit closer to the light because it does need to be concentrated at this point. And I'm gonna check on these every single day. I am also gonna check on the things that take a little bit longer to germinate, like green peppers, planted some marigolds in here. Anyway, just check on your plants every single day, water from the bottom to draw the roots down. And the next step, I don't know, we're gonna check on these frequently to see the progress. I'll show you how to repot them into larger vessels and enjoy gardening. Enjoy gardening. Come on back and see me again.